You're not alone, but you are first and foremost together with each other. This marriage bond of love and respect is now your closest relationship and will sustain you all your lives. This is not to say it will all be sweetness and light. There will be times of disagreement, misunderstanding, and even anger. I predict there will be times when you will have just had it with each other. It's at those times that the love and respect you have for each other and the love God has for each of you will lift you up and remind you why you chose each other. Place me like a seal over your heart, like a seal on your arm, for love is as strong as death, its jealousy unyielding as the grave. It burns like a blazing fire, like a mighty flame. Many waters cannot quench love, rivers cannot sweep it away. If one were to give all the wealth of one's house for love, it would be utterly scorned.
I have loved every day with you and will continue to love every day for the rest of our lives. I have always known you were the one for me and that you always will be, but I knew that I wanted to marry you the first time that you cooked for me. You make me happier than I ever thought possible. You have always been there to encourage me and have always believed in me. I promise to always talk and listen. I promise to tell you I love you every night before bed. To me, getting married signifies the beginning of the rest of our lives, while always loving and annoying each other every day, but also knowing that you are the one I get to see at the end of every night. No matter where our love takes us, our love is something that other people wish that they had. Love you forever and always.
We've had our ups and downs, adventures and misadventures, but through it all, we've stuck with each other. You've taught me patience and trust. You are my soulmate and best friend, and I cannot wait for all our adventures to come.
What God has joined together, let no one separate. As you embark on the great adventure that is your marriage, may the road rise to meet you, and may the wind be always at your back. Go with God. Amen. I declare, by the authority vested in me by God and by the state of California, that you are husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
And all my life, I thought about this day and when it would come, the inevitable. And always, hoping that she would choose a fella that not only that we would like, but one that would be especially kind and good to her. And one that I know for sure that, he'll be there for her all the way through. And Joe, you don't know how much we love you and how much I'm happy and very proud to have you as my son as well. I'll always be there for you. You can always count on that. And Hannah, I'll always still be there for you. I'm still your dad.
But today you realized there's absolutely nothing that you need that you don't already have that's sitting right next to you. And that's Joe and Hannah. We want you to live gloriously in the ever-present now. There's absolutely no obstacles either one of you cannot accomplish. You are both so fabulously intelligent. We're so proud of you. And we hope that God enlightens your path. Hannah and Joe, some of the best days of your life have not even happened yet.
And looking at the families and talking about the Stefanoni family, when I started looking at the family tree, yes, there are the Stefanonis, but when you look back in the grandparents, there's Bankses and Yarboroughs and Burgess and Elliots and Coates, and you just keep going. Well, it kind of seems like most of his heritage comes from the British Isles. So my toast to you all today is, may the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. And may God hold you both in the palm of his hand as you go through life.
There's been some incidents, a lot of battle wounds and scars and remote controls and stories that can't be told. But for the competitive part of this situation, Joe, way to go. Hannah, please don't ever give it back to me. You're stuck with him forever.
So we had a fantastic night. Joe was really feeling it. And he kept hugging Katie and I and telling us how much he loved us, that we were his best friends, and pointing at Hannah across the bar, who had abandoned him 5 feet away, but telling him how much he loved her. And he wanted another drink. He requested, I need a Maker's Mark on the rocks right now. And Ryan and I stood behind him, waving at the bartender and mouthing, no. So Ryan got him a cup of deeply watered down Coors Light. And we figured he couldn't tell at this point. We passed Joe his drink, took a sip, and he goes, this tastes like watered down Coors Light. What'd you give me?
When I was thinking about writing my speech, I said I was going to close with an Italian toast, being we got the Chiappetta and the Stefanoni. But then I remembered how every time I see Joe, at least one sarcastic comic is made about me being Portuguese. So I Googled and I Pinterest for Portuguese toasts. And I found a good one. The only one. No, just wait, it gets better. It involves Portuguese sweetbread, cinnamon, vanilla, sugar, milk, and eggs. So if you're looking for an amazing breakfast, I have a recipe for a Portuguese French toast.
It was pretty clear Vic always dreamed about having a son, but he did the best he could with 2 blonde girls, trying to mold us into the son he always wanted, but clearly never had. Like the time he wanted to teach us how to install PVC pipes. About halfway through our pipe fitting lesson, it quickly transitioned to a rather awkward sexual education lesson. It began with, you see here, girls, there's a male end and a female end. And when 2 people love each other, Hannah and I dropped those PVC pipes quicker than our jaws dropped, jumped on the quad, ran off, and left Vic on the side of the road. And I guarantee you, from this date, Hannah and I still do not know how to install PVC pipes.